everybody, welcome to this explainer video. Today we're going to be looking at a linear search algorithm. There are a couple of options, well there are more than a couple for linear search, but one is to use a for loop which uses a flag to determine whether or not an item has been found in an array. And the one that we're going to be looking at today is how to use a while loop to implement linear search. So let's get started. First of all, let's declare and initialize an array. Usually we do integers. Today I'm going to do a double array. Call it nums. And we're going to make a new double array of 10 items. And next what we should do is populate that array with values. So we're going to use a for loop to do the populating. And we're going to say that nums_i, which is the current element in the nums array that we're processing, will be equal to int math.random multiplied by something. Let's say multiplied by 11. Let's say 10 then, plus 1. So that'll give us random values. Let's say 100 plus 1. So those will give us values between 100 and 1. Oh, we're going to do a double array. So let's not do the casting to integer and see what happens. Let's get rid of the int cast. Okay, and just to see what's going on, let's do a system.out.println nums_i. This is always tricky, figuring this bit out. Take a look at that code and see if you can understand what's going on. Okay, so now let's ask the user for a value for a search item. Just logical steps, guys. Set up an array, populate it, and now we're going to ask the user for a search item. And then we're going to get that search item. I've already created a scanner variable here, kbin, which is going to allow me to get information from the keyboard. So let's set up a double. We're going to call it search val. Will be equal to kbin.next double. Okay. Now we're going to do linear search using a while loop. So let's set up our loop variable and give it a value of 0, because we're starting at the first index in our array. We're starting at index 0. This is going to be controlling the loop. And we're going to say while nums_i doesn't equal the search value, just increment I. We're just going to step I through the nums array looking for the search value. We're just going to step through the array searching. And while it hasn't found it, we're just going to keep looking, okay? And that's the end of linear search. Kind of, not really. We still need to evaluate I at the end of the process. So maybe this isn't the end of linear search, but we do need to evaluate the value of I now to determine if we found the thing that we were looking for. So if I has reached the end of the array, which is the length of the array, then it means we didn't find what we were looking for. Else we did. Item found at index stored in that variable I. Okay, so So start at the beginning of the array. While we don't find what we're looking for, step through the array, and then evaluate. When the while loop is finished, we then need to evaluate I. Did it go all the way to the end, out of the array? Or did it stop somewhere in the array because it found what we were looking for? So let's run this program, see if it works. Whoa, 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 enter search value. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize I was going to get all these numbers. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to search for this one at index 5. 84.2863966566294. Oh my goodness. Yay, okay, we found it. Item found at index 5. So that works. Now let's search for something that isn't in the array. 3.14. We're going to look for pi. Whoa! Error! Error! What's going on? Well, while nums I, so let's say I is 0, while nums 0 doesn't equal 3.14. That's true. I++. So I becomes 1. While nums 1 doesn't equal 3.14. True. While nums 2 doesn't equal 3.14. While nums 3 doesn't equal 3.14. While nums 4 doesn't equal 3.14. Etc., etc. It gets to here, while nums 9 doesn't equal 3.14. I++. I becomes 10. And it tries again, while nums 10 doesn't equal... Oh, there is no nums 10. We're trying to evaluate an element that doesn't exist. So we just need a little bit of extra logic here. While I is less than the length of the array, and we haven't found what we're looking for. Okay. Whoops, I'm just going to undo that. I've messed that up, haven't I? While I is less than nums dot length. Oh dear, why does it get rid of that? And nums I doesn't equal search val. We're going to keep I inside the array, just so we cater for this situation where maybe we can't find what we're looking for. We don't want to go outside. So this will just trap I to stay within the bounds of the array, just in case we don't find what we're looking for. So let's run it again. We're going to look for 3.14. Item not found. So there's an introduction to a classic linear search algorithm using a while loop.